Today on Beyond.
They sent you a medal afterwards, he's telling me, and I don't know if you have it displayed. Yeah. Out, this is displayed. And I want to talk about it falling back or falling down.
My mother has said that, yes.
It's him pushing it down.
He died a military hero, but all he wants now is his family's attention. Will he get it? But first, Laura had a fight with her son, Jonathan, and sent him to stay at his father's house. He ended up in the river instead.
One of the other little boys that was with them playing went over to the other side of the water where it was very heavy and rapid. And my son and another little boy held hands and tried to pull the other little guy out, in which Jonathan got pulled in.
They both drowned.
Laura's daughter, Mindy, was with her when the paramedics were called. Heroic measures restored minimal brain activity to Jonathan.
My parents made the decision to stop his life support. They took him off of everything, the respirator, the heart medicine, and he lived.
And his mother was forced to take him home, where he lingered for 2 years.
So he would just scream for hours and hours with all of his muscles starting to contract, and there wasn't anything we could do. And that was really, really hard to watch.
There's days where, she doesn't want to get dressed and she doesn't want to go anywhere. Or she'll drive by, the little kids outside in a school in little red uniforms playing soccer, and she'll cry.
I'd like to know that he's not angry at us for letting go. I mean, I would hope that he doesn't feel like we gave up on him. I think that's probably the hardest.
Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Hi, Laura and Mindy. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm James. I know that you lost your son, yes? Mm-hmm. And you want to know what happened or questions or something like this?
Just need to know he's okay.
Okay. And this is your brother?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't there another sibling also?
Mm-hmm. Yes, my
What is
youngest
that?
brother.
Okay. Because there are 3 altogether in the family.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's he's coming in here, but there's a man that comes in here with him. So I'm not sure if there's a father that passed over, please.
Not his father.
Who's the father?
My father has passed.
That's father, thank you.
And his father's father has passed.
It'd be your father who comes in with him, okay? There's also another name, the same name. His
father.
name, is it, who's John? Jonathan, the other John.
His father.
That's his father?
My brother's
Okay.
father.
So he's named after him.
Yes.
Because he's telling me that there's 2 names with the same name.
Right.
And his father's still alive, right?
Right.
Yes.
And would you please give him his love for him? And he's talking about being unfair, something about being unfair with his father or something.
Right.
Something wasn't fair with his father, so
Right.
he wishes things were better with his dad, and they weren't. And I guess he did not, I don't know, he's talking about not separated from him or not seeing him for a while.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, because he's telling me about not being able to see his dad for a while.
Yes.
Okay?
He lived with my mother, and my mother and father were separated. So.
That was a karmic thing you had with him, huh?
Yeah.
That man. That was a tough one. That was very tough.
Mm-hmm.
And he understands that now. But he was very angry for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He's saying to me, I was very angry that the separation happened and that he blamed you for a long time about that.
Yeah, he did.
Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
And he wants to say sorry for blaming you for the divorce. Okay?
Okay, that makes sense.
He's showing me a chessboard.
He used to like to play chess. Him and his dad played chess.
Yes.
Show me a chessboard.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's showing me a chessboard, and then he's showing me a chessboard, which is like, it's really interesting, like double-leveled chessboard. It's really interesting. You know, sometimes you can play 2 games at once or something, and he's showing me this. So he's showing me this chess thing.
At the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Game at the same time.
I was looking at one of those at a department store for his little brother.
The other day? There you go. That's why. Okay. Just to show you, to demonstrate to you he was with you. That's why he's showing it to me. You're a good mother. You're a great mother. You're a great mother. And do not do that to yourself. You are a great mom. And he blames himself. He doesn't blame you. He's blaming himself. Okay? And he's blaming himself for his death. He's not blaming you. There's nothing you could have done to save him.
Okay.
Okay? So would you please know that? Okay. He wants you to be rest assured. He's smart. You know, he's very bright. He's very, very bright. And he likes to put things together. I will tell you that this might sound weird to you, but I wouldn't be surprised if he could have been an architect when he was alive. Like, would have grown into that. Because he likes to be putting things together, like coming up with a concept of how to design something and putting those pieces together, okay? I know he was young, but I got to tell you, he's an old soul. He's an old soul.
I knew it.
Oh,
Yes.
old soul, and been around many times.
Yes.
It's really interesting. He feels also that there's unfinished business with his father. And he needs for you to get a message to his dad that he didn't mean to not talk to him or you know, because there was this thing they didn't talk for a while, and he's sorry. He, like, I don't know, he yelled at him or screamed at him, this sort of thing. Yes. But
He was with his dad at the time he had his accident.
Okay.
And his dad specifically told him not to go to where he went. And he went, and that was something that he didn't usually do. He very seldom ever disobeyed that blatantly. So that
maybe that might be it. Where was it he went to?
To a bridge.
Was it over the water thing?
Yes.
And was the car that was involved here, or what?
No.
What happened? What happened?
They were swimming.
Oh, they were swimming.
It was a river runoff, you know, the cement step
And it was
things
too
that
low. The cement was.
One side of it was all the mossy stuff, and there were several boys, and they were sliding down it like a slip and slide, and the other side of it was where the heavy water was going, and he ended up in the heavy water.
He was trying to pull out a small boy, 8-year-old boy.
He was trying to help someone.
Yes. He's being a hero.
He is a hero.
Yes.
What a way to go, being a hero. What a wonderful thing. What a wonderful thing. So he drowned, basically? Is that what he did, or did he hit his head?
Yes.
He drowned.
I believe he hit his head
Because
first.
I think he hit his head.
He hit his head
I
first,
hope he
believe.
did.
I see he hit his head.
He had 2 holes in his head. He had several stitches.
Okay. Because I get him hitting his head. That's what I feel.
So he didn't have any of the panic of actually drowning.
I think he felt unconscious when he hit his head. And then he drowned. That's what I'm getting here.
Yeah.
The reading with James continues in a moment. Plus,
TV turns on
For
and
us,
off?
just for both of us.
Yeah. Well, it's him.
talk about remote control. Their brother is switching channels from beyond. What does he want? The answer's coming up. Laura had a fight with her 14-year-old son and sent him to his father's. Instead, he went to the river to play, tried to save a friend in trouble, and was drowned. The reading with James now continues.
Did he leave the body at that point?
I see that him left the body over the water at one point. And it's really interesting because I've never heard this like this. He said he wasn't sure where he belonged.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
He wasn't sure where he belonged.
That's right.
So I don't know what that means, but that's what he's saying to me.
His
Is
body
he-
was alive. His body was still living.
But he was
He was a vegetable.
Okay. Because
2
yeah,
years.
because I feel like there was almost like being trapped in between worlds.
Yes.
Because he wasn't sure if he'd stay in spirit or if she'd come back in the body, and he's like, I couldn't come back to my body because it wasn't working.
No, it was
No, it didn't
very
That's what he said to me. I couldn't. It wasn't working.
Yeah, it didn't work.
And he wants everything to work perfect.
right. He's a perfectionist, absolute
You know?
perfectionist.
Really?
Yes.
You have all this stuff in the garage, which is not, it's all unsettled. There's all boxes there in the garage telling me it's all not undone yet. And you're still like in between things. You're not sure what you're doing, staying or going, or where am I going here? This isn't sure here. And he says, my mom is so unsettled with stuff, not only his passing, but your own life too. Understand that?
I do.
And he said, Mom, I'm trying to help you settle your life. Because your son does not like things unsettled. You put it in its place, it should be in its place, and that's what it is. He's like the adult, you're like the child. Right?
Pretty much.
Right? Is there anyone named Carol or Karen or Carol?
There's a Carol. My mother's mother is named
Okay,
Carol.
and she's passed in the spirit world, please, because he's with her. Okay?
Good.
So please give that message to
I
the
will.
appropriate person. All right? And you have my things in an envelope. His things are in the envelope. It looks like a legal size envelope where his, I guess, documents or something about him are there. And he said you just were looking at them recently.
Yes.
Yes.
All right?
Okay, that makes sense.
All right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's good. He's great. I like this kid. He's a good kid. All right.
Does he still have his uniform?
His baseball
Did he
uniform?
like his uniform that I...
Did you put that in with him or something? Was he dressed in it?
He was
Yes.
dressed in it. Soccer.
He thought it was funny. And I love you for doing it. He loves you for doing it. He loves you for doing it. I can play here. He said I can play here. So he can play where he is. He can play sports there.
Okay.
Okay?
Does he turn the TV on and off?
He's saying to me only at night.
Yes.
When I get ready to go to bed and turn it off and start to walk off, it comes back on.
He said, it's me only at night.
Okay.
So it must be someone else during the day if that happens, but it's only him at night. To get her to pay attention.
He
And,
gets it.
okay. And to take care of yourself. He doesn't want, he does that to tell you to take care of yourself.
Okay.
He's not in any pain.
Does he watch over my son?
He watches over your son, but he's not the only one that watches over your son. He's really funny. He said, I'm really busy here. I'm really busy here. He's very busy. He keeps very busy there. And he does do that, but your son doesn't need to be watched over for him because he's being watched over anyway. You have nothing to worry about your son, and your son's not going to pass over early. So stop thinking that.
Okay.
All right? I'll leave you with that. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. He's blaming himself for his death. He's not blaming you. There's nothing you could have done to save him.
It came out in the reading that your son, Jonathan, wants you to stop blaming yourself.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those words?
Reassured.
Reassured.
Yeah. Much. It's a relief.
Why would you blame yourself?
Well, the whole circumstances around why he was there. I had recently divorced his dad, and we were living apart, and he was visiting his dad at the time of the accident, and I always felt like if I hadn't gotten divorced, I'd have been home.
But you feel now what?
Relief.
You feel relief. Do you feel that you could really stop blaming yourself for what happened?
I think so.
You do?
Yeah, sure.
Mindy, did you have something that you needed to find out today?
Only thing that bothered me the most was to know that it didn't hurt for him to go.
I think he felt unconscious when he hit his head. And then he drowned. That's what I'm getting here.
See, we're worried that he had drowned, and you think about the panic of drowning, you know, it scares you just to imagine that that could have possibly happened to my little brother, you know.
How do you feel about what just happened today with James?
I feel very
Your reading.
positive about it. I really hope that it'll pull my mom up out of her depression. Let her know that, you know, John loves her just as much as I love her, even though he's not here.
Look at this beautiful daughter you have. She's so
she's great.
strong, and she obviously needs you. Do you think you can pull yourself out of
I think
your
so.
depression?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Mindy, what do you think?
I wish I could be there because I think it's going to be, you know, easier said than done.
Well, having you by her side, I think, makes a huge difference. And we're going to keep in touch with you guys and see how things are going. Thank you both so much for being here.
Next, they've been waiting for answers about their brother's death in Vietnam since 1968. The wait is about to pay off. Coming up on Beyond.
I want to talk about someone jumping from a plane. It's a parachute problem. You understand this?
Someone in our family died in a plane
From jumping out of a plane or a plane crash?
crash.
Was it military related? That's what I'm talking about here. Okay. Is this someone's, a friend of yours, a sister's son or something, or what?
It's our brother.
That's your brother. Okay. And it was regarding a plane, because he's telling me he jumped out of the plane. I got to tell you, the plane crashes, but he jumps out of the plane, and I'm seeing dying that way, okay? And he wants me to tell you that he came back here to tell you that what happened, because he wants you to know what happened to him. Because I'm telling you, the feeling he gives me is this plane is, the engine's not working, they shoot it out, and there's fire I'm seeing in this plane. And I'm seeing the back end of it in fire, and I'm seeing the front end in fire, and I'm seeing like 4 or 5 guys or something here trying to jump out. I don't think all of them made it out of that plane, but I think that he tried to, okay? I feel as if he fell. I don't think he survived the fall. I don't know if the problem with the parachute happened, but he did not survive the fall. The terrain here I don't like either. I see rocky, I see mountainous, I see really not an easy thing here. There's talk about a father over there? Father? So is your father over there?
Father's still alive.
Who's the father figure in the spirit world?
Grandfather.
We have 2 deceased grandfathers.
Okay. Is it father's father must be over there? Yeah, I understand that. Did you know your father's father?
No. I didn't
Who's
know.
John?
Oh, my father's father.
Thank you. There you go. That's who it is. So he's met him. He helped get him. Did they not find his body?
No.
No.
Okay. Let's see something. He wants your mind to be at peace. He's made it. He's okay. He's all right. And there's initial R here, okay? So I'm not sure who the R initial is, like a Raymond or Ray.
Raymond.
Ray.
Who's that?
Ray, my cousin,
That's your cousin's? Okay.
little cousin. That's deceased.
Deceased also, that passed over? Ray?
Ray.
Okay. So he's with a Ray here. He brings Ray in.
Yeah.
So would you tell your mother? Would you tell your mother?
What'd you say?
Where's your mother?
My mother's still here.
Because the connection with Ray.
My aunt.
Okay, would you please tell her that Ray came through to say hello and that this man brings Ray through just as acknowledgement because she's wondering if he was going to show up. One more thing. Is there a flat tire? Has been changing a tire around you or change in the tires?
That's what happened with Ray.
That's what happened with Ray.
He's a baby.
He was
He died in that car accident.
And a car accident because someone was changing a tire.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's just acknowledgement so you know that it's real, genuine. Okay. One more thing, then I'll move on here. There's a medal that your brother had, a medal, and I know they sent you the medal afterwards.
Yes.
They sent you a medal afterwards, he's telling me, and I don't know if you have it displayed.
Yeah.
Out, this is displayed.
My mother
And I
has
want
it.
to talk about it falling back or falling down.
My mother has said that. Yes.
It's him pushing it down. Okay?
Things around at the house too.
Yeah.
And the
Would you-
TV turns
The TV
on.
on and off, right?
Yeah.
TV turns on
For
and
us,
off?
just for both of us.
Turns on and off,
We
doesn't
walk
it?
in the room.
Yeah. Well, it's him.
Told you.
I knew it.
I understand that. Where's your father's not feeling well, huh?
No.
No.
He's not.
Because he said dad's going to be coming over soon.
Oh, God.
He said his father's going to be with him soon. And he's preparing a place for his father. He's preparing a place for dad. And he said, don't be sad. He said, what's your loss is our gain. So that's what he's talking about. All right? Would you please tell Mom, though, that it is him moving those things, okay? All right, I'll leave it with that. God bless you. Plane crashes, but he jumps out of the plane, and I'm seeing dying that way.
In the reading, James said he believes your brother's plane crashed and he didn't survive. What do you think about that?
We didn't know actually what happened when he died in 1968 in the Vietnam War.
1968
I was
in the
2 years old.
war.
I was 2 years old.
So you
That's
didn't
pretty
know
much
your
what they
brother,
told us.
really?
I didn't, but I always feel he's my guardian angel, so it's kind of, you know, I do feel like I know him.
Now, what did the military tell you about your brother's death?
When they first told us in 1968, they told us he was missing in action, that his plane had been shot down, and he was in the Air Force. And about a week later, they came and told us that they had found scraps of the plane and that they couldn't recover any bodies, but they knew that he and his companions were in the plane.
There's initial R here, okay? So I'm not sure who the R initial is, like a Raymond or Ray.
Ray was my little cousin. I actually never got to meet him. He was in a car wreck when he was about 4. But he had mentioned that it had something to do with the flat tire, and the wreck actually did have something to do with the flat tire, which is really strange. And
So are you related to the family?
no, I'm just really good friends and close kind of family.
So how do you feel about Ray coming up in the reading?
It was great. It was good to know that he's there for me.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love and understanding are the keys to forgiveness. Just for one day, try and step away from your own situation and place yourself in someone else's. And begin to see life from their point of view. It is then that you just might see a change in the way you view others. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.